a clause in the contract that could have sellers paying buyers unexpectedly at closing. And we're talking about the potential for multiple thousands, so heads up. There is a sentence that makes its way into many contracts that the house will be free of leaks in attic and basement at closing. Really important to discuss any issues with the house with your attorney when they're drafting contracts. They are not aware of issues that you have in the house. You have to let them know that. Let's use a wet basement as an example. Okay, first of all, you really want to be forthright as a seller with buyers and sharing with them different things along those lines. That is something that could affect the material value of a home. Definitely something that should be disclosed to a buyer, something that would usually come up on an inspection, even if it's really dry in the basement. An inspector can usually tell through different means if the basement does take on water. And if they find that the seller hasn't shared that, then that really gets the buyer questioning what else the seller hasn't shared, and it can really sour a deal, and it could actually have a buyer walk. But let's say you're forthright. You let the buyer know all along that there's water in that basement. Contract generally also includes a clause that says that what's in the contract trumps verbal representations. So no matter how many times a buyer may have been told that the basement takes on water or there's leaks in the attic, if that clause exists, and the buyer goes for the final walkthrough and it's a wet day and the basement's all wet, they could demand funds to fix that basement at closing, regardless that when they signed the contract, they knew that it existed. Take a really good look at your contracts. Anything that seems off at all or anything that you don't understand, discuss with your attorney before signing.